What's up, you wild tigers? It's KB here. Looking a little pink, a little pale. I've been dealing with a little cold, a little flu. But today is Hero episode number 19, and it's Zuko, Prince Zuko. You can't go wrong with my man Zuko. You know why I love Zuko so much? This is the defining characteristic of his character. Is he's the main villain? He's one of the main villains in the first one. He goes through a cycle of mental battles, and then in the third one he goes, I got everything I ever wanted, and I realized I didn't want that. And he goes and goes, this is what I want. I want to stop the Fire Lord, save the world from the Fire Nation, and make the world a better place. So he goes from doing bad things, overcoming his demons, then getting everything he wanted, and he realizes it's not what he wanted, and becoming the person he was always meant to be. Destiny is a funny thing, as Uncle Iroh would say. And then I love the scene where Uncle Iroh comes to Zuko and says, what do you want? Who are you, and what is it that you really want? And Zuko's like, I don't know. That is so amazing to me. Because I think in all of our lives, we should ask ourselves the questions, what is it that we want, and who are we? Who are you, and what do you want? Who are you? Yell it to the world. Tell the world who you are. Zuko's whole mental battle is something I experienced this year too in August. You know, we can go back and forth about what it is that we really want, but I know deep down everybody knows what they want. They really do. You just need to sit down there and ask yourself the tough questions. So, one of my favorite parts of Zuko is in Zuko Alone. Zuko goes to the Earth Kingdom village, and he meets this little boy. And somebody steals something from the market, and he goes in there and stops them. And the kid loves Zuko. He's like, Zuko's the best. He just saved me from this moment. He helped the guy out. So he brought him home, and then the kid was talking about Zuko's so great and stuff. And Zuko's like, I'm nothing. Don't. Let me just leave. I don't deserve this. And he doesn't think he deserves all this great stuff. And I think that's amazing. I think because we realize that we're not good enough. That the world can't accept us. We're evil. We're nothing worthy. But in reality, we are. We're something worth more. And he confirms this belief when these Earth Kingdom soldiers are messing around with the town, and the boy's like, I need help. They captured, the mother's like, they captured my boy, and he goes and saves it. And he's losing the last fight with the last guy, and he uses firebending. And then once the boy who idolized him is now like, I'm scared of you. I don't want to see you again. Get away from here. It's like a scar. Just like the scar on his face, it's like a scar in his heart. He's like, people don't like me because I'm a firebender. And then he goes through the season 2, yelling at the sky and crying because he just doesn't know who he is. You know, let's take, for instance, the greatest person you've ever met. The person who's kind, gentle, has got a heart of a lion. And through the years and years of a bad parenting, of life bringing you down, of you losing yourself and your honor, and you go there and you become something totally different. You look yourself in the mirror and you go, I am not who I'm supposed to be. This is not who I am. That is Zuko. And every day he walks, he learns more about himself. He learns about why he does what he does. He learns about what he's really doing this for. Zuko is all of us. It's a man of redemption. It's a man of battling the odds. A man who looks at his demons in the face and says, not this time. That's what I love about the third one. We can all learn from Zuko is that life does not define us. Our past does not define us. Our mistakes don't define us. Everything we do in life does not define us. It's what we do later on. It's how we take that and make it better. We choose our own paths. We decide our own fate. He then becomes a Fire Lord. He changes the whole course of the Fire Nation, makes it better. He has kids. His daughter becomes a new Fire Lord and decides never to let the Fire Nation go back into war because it's been in the war too long. He has a nephew who goes out there and fights for the general public to make sure that the world stays peaceful. And then when the world needs him again, the Avatar is in danger, he goes, I must stop Zahir and his friends. Zuko, to the day he dies, fights for balance, for freedom, and for peace. And you look at him and you go, this was always destined. But if you looked at his teenage years, the years he struggled in Earth Kingdom, you would say, no, he's against the Avatar. He's chasing the Avatar. He's evil. He's a bad character. And even when he betrays Uncle, you would think, see, but that wasn't his destiny. His uncle knew his destiny. He said, you may have Avatar, you may have Fire Lord Sozin in you, but you also have Fire Lord Roku. And you could choose to continue this reign, tyranny, to set it free. That is why you are the most defining character. You have the power to choose. And I feel as though people think they're evil or they're psychopathic or they have weird thoughts and they go, I can't be good. But you have a choice. You always have a choice. And Zuko chose. They became traitors of the Fire Nation once again. Walked into the Earth Kingdom and Uncle Iroh said, let's let it go and let's live a good life. And they did. They started to live a good life. And then their past came back to haunt them. And Zuko chose. So he went back to Fire Nation, got everything he ever wanted. He got it. He got his father's approval. He got his home back. He got everything he could ever want. And he looked at it and he said, this is not what I want. Is there anything you ever wanted? You ever wanted to be in some type of relationship and you go, I didn't really want this. I was just insecure and I wanted someone to love me, but in reality, you just want real love. Or you get all the money in the world and you realize, I don't need the money. I just want the experiences that the money could buy. Or I don't want certain things. So you have to ask yourself these deep questions, like what is it you want? What is it that you're trying to aim for? What are you pursuing? What values do you believe in? What are your values? What do you prioritize? What is your life built upon? Who are you? Where are you going? Because once you get wherever you're going, as long as you have yourself in check, your values, you know the path you're taking, then you can't be disturbed by circumstances and outside forces. If you know where you're going, no matter how much money you have, whether it's a lot or low, it won't affect you. More money means more access to stuff, but less money doesn't mean stress. When people around you, you realize less friends but more meaningful friends is more important to you than more friends but less meaningful friends. Like, what is it that you want? And we might have to battle ourselves. We might have to fight, scream at the world, cry, yell, get our heart broken, break someone's heart, get stabbed in the back, backstab someone, experience guilt, hate, all the bad emotions, all the good emotions. So then one day go, I know what I want. I know who I am. And my destiny is to bring down the Fire Nation and help the Avatar defeat you, the Fire Lord. You know what he did to discover that? He spent years and years doing something that he didn't know what he wanted or didn't. He spent years undiscovered. And I want to give a quote shout out from Gary Vee. As in Zuko's life too, we always go, I don't know what we want in life. We're always confused. We're in a rut. We're like, I need to do this, or my life's in disarray. But Gary Vee says, you're at the beginning of your life. You're not lost. You think you're lost, but you're only at the beginning of your life. So don't let the beginning get you down. Patience. Time will answer your questions. Give it time. Find out what you want. Get after it. Get after it. Anybody can become a villain, but anybody that turns from a villain to a hero is, in my eyes, the most honorable and heroic thing ever. We all make bad choices, but true strength, true courage, true honor, true integrity is realizing what hatred is, what evil is, and saying, I am not standing for that. I don't stand for any of this. I move forward towards light, towards values, towards peace and towards a better world. That is what Zuko is to me. A man of redemption. A man who goes through so many battles in his head, battles outside, deals with so much anger until one day he realizes who he really is. He remembers the voices from his uncle. He says, "Who are you? And what do you want?" He goes, "I'm Zuko. And I want to bring down the Fire Nation, restore balance and peace to the world, to live a good life." So I'm going to ask you again, who are you? And what is it that you want done?